By surprise, young man.
I know, that just seemed to go right quick, that. I was watching, because I can't hear the actual intro music. I have to watch the guiders.
Right.
So obviously, as the guiders slowly fade down, that's know when to swap over.
I'm relying on you.
Hello! Good afternoon. It is just gone 1 minute past 2 on Sunday, the 1st of September. Welcome to another edition of Tales from the Ohm episode. What episode are we on? 19, is it? 19. Jeeps. Whoa. Thought I'd have a move around of the actual screen. I hope you all like this new screen. Well, it's not new, but we've just swapped things around a little bit. So he's over there now. My co-host, my brother from another mother, Stevie baby.
Hello, darling.
All right, kidder. All right.
Bloody marvellous.
So how's everyone in chat? Hope you're all right. I think I've said hello to most of people already, but go on, I'll let you say hello to chat, Steve.
Right, good afternoon, awesome. Bless him, he was sat here waiting when I arrived this afternoon. Labworks, hiya Paul, how you doing, mate? Fantastic podcast if you've not had a chance to have a listen from ABC Australia.
That was a brilliant. If you ever's going to need reporting of e-cigarettes in a whole piece, I thought the whole piece, and I thought the way that they did the piece was absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely great, balanced. That was the key word of it. It was a balanced report. It was awesome. If you, I did put a blog up on it, so if you want to head over to SoulOhmreviews.com and go to the latest blog, you can find the file embedded in there, so saves you doing a bit of searching, that's all. We've got Bronco Mark ridiculously early in the morning. He's one day off and he got up early to watch the show. Bless him. Can't fault him. Manic, how you doing, mate? Ben's watching the F1, so he may fade.
Oh, bless.
Bless his cotton socks. Lovely to see Mr. Richards in chat. And Tiberius, vaping with CJ. Good afternoon, sir. Stuart, you're a deviant, but I like you.
I've just put that link in the chat there. For the Smoke and Mirrors podcast.
Fantastic. Oh, God, first Christmas decorations and Christmas music in the malls in the Philippines.
Never. Oh, God, no. No, not good.
That's not good at all. And I think that rounds everybody up.
Awesome. And hello to everybody that's watching on the replay. We'll say hello to you.
Oh, yes. Hello.
And people that are listening on Spotify, SoundCloud, Applecast, hello to you guys. And Anchor FM, is it?
Anchor FM, Player FM, and Google Podcasts.
Hello to you as well. I know you can't see us waving, but hello.
We are.
Then people listening to us on the podcast can't see us waving.
No, but we are.
We are waving. We're waving, yes.
Oh, bless you.
It's been one of them weekends, honestly. My weekend started off, went to see a band on Friday night at the Hall Cross in Doncaster. Interesting little band. Really did enjoy them. They were called Children of the State. Go and check them out. Yeah, really worth checking out. Very cross between Kasabian-ish, Keen, that kind of vibe going off. But they've got a very retro vibe as well to them. It's a bit hard to explain. Absolutely brilliant band to listen to. Yeah, it's not real mega heavy stuff, but it's sort of like that in between heavy stuff. Really did enjoy them. Really good band.
What, indie rock sort of?
Yeah, indie rock. Yeah, that kind of. Yeah, kind of sort of like. Yeah, we'll go for indie rock. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah.
Hi, Abby. Snuck in there, mate.
In fact, what I'll do is, while you're talking, I'll see if I can find them on YouTube and put the link on.
No
Because
worries.
they are worth checking out. They're a local band from Doncaster.
Stuff. Hi, Hip Hop. Oh, sorry, mate. His wife's just giving him a list of chores, so see you next week.
Hip Hop, hello, kiddo. There we go, got them on there. Copy.
More reports of Christmas trees and stuff at B&M. Oh, it's only just September.
Oh, that's not good. No.
No, not having that.
It's September the 1st. It's
I know.
nowhere near Christmas.
don't wanna be
Me
thinking about
personally,
stuff
I
like that.
think Christmas shouldn't start until at least after Boxing Day.
You grumpy old bugger.
Then you can put your decorations up. And, yeah.
You want to know a secret? I didn't put any up last year.
Do you know something? You're not the first person that I've heard about saying that. Jan,
Could not
bless
be
her.
bothered.
Jan used to work at the local garden centre. And she had to put up with, I think they started putting theirs up around August time. Believe it or not. Middle of August, they started having a Christmas section. And then how they used to do it with the music. You know how they have the music on the main antenna?
Yeah.
They'd do it every third song. They'd have a Christmas song. And then after a while, it would be every other song. And then by time sort of end of September, October comes, it's full-blown Christmas. And she used to, honestly, used to drive her wappy.
It used to be the same in the pub, to be honest. They wanted all the decos up by early November. You're looking at 20 years ago, so...
Yeah, I can appreciate November. Anything after bonfire night, I can appreciate that run up to Christmas, because that's roughly, you've just got a month, haven't you, really?
Well, yeah.
You've got just over a month to the actual Christmas day, because obviously they're wanting you to get that.
Broncos just put a good one at the very minimum after Halloween.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Me personally, after bonfire night here in the UK, then start doing it. Then you've got that gradual hype towards Christmas, but September's ridiculous. We're still in summer. Well,
Kidding. Well, we're not far off. I mean, the kids aren't back yet.
my heart, I mean, I haven't got children, but yeah, my heart goes out to you guys, especially organising school now. Oh, my pro brother and Louise, yeah, they're having fun, because we've got one that's going into the secondary school.
Yeah.
And they've had to, it's one of these academies, so they've got to buy all the gear from a specific place, and it's got to be this, that and the other, and oh yeah.
It's not in stock and they've sold out. And, oh yeah. Been there, done that one.
Yeah, so
Absolute nightmare.
my heart goes out to you, it really does.
Right. Well, Seeing as we haven't done it yet, Mr. Crow, what on earth is one sucking on?
I'm being mega boring. I apologise. I should be showing something really exciting and something new, but I'm not. I'm still on the Kyle and M. Reweeked this yesterday, and on my Hexome. And I've been on this for, it must be a month now?
Good on you.
Maybe a bit more. And I'm still on my mixed berry and lemonade from Vintage. I've been on this setup, and it's been my daily banger for quite a while. Coming up for review, what I've been testing is the Groot. This little system here from UCAN. That'll be up for review next week. Just done the up and closely for that one. Nice little setup, that. And then I'm also on the... we now pronounce it... I forgot how you pronounce it. What was it? Magus.
Yes.
Magus. From Mewe. What a name. What's that name? Mewe. When did you often stop and think about names, don't you? So like, that there was a board meeting. You know for a fact there was a board meeting. So like, right, what we're going to call this company? Mewe. But anyway, it looks like the MyPod. I've got to admit, or MePod. MyPod is the small one, isn't it? It looks like it, but it's very different in lots of ways. Little pod system, and I tell you one thing, I love the drawer on this one. It is a proper mouth-to-lung drawer.
Lovely.
Lovely.
That's tight.
It is. I like a nice tight one though. I don't.
Ooh, I say.
I like a nice tight one. I don't like a loosey one. No, I like it nice and tight. If I'm going to have a proper mouth to lung, I like it quite tight. I know a lot of people like it fairly airy. I don't. I struggle to do a mouth to lung if it's airy. And this is beautiful. Really do like it. I'm well impressed. Comes with a bling chain and all that lot. So that's up for review next week as well. Was going to do me mech mod, but to be honest with you, I haven't had time to strip it down and clean it. So that's what's coming up next week. And that's one more thing. I'm on my double barrel with the Passage, and that's it. That's all I'm on.
Very nice.
Juice wise, I've got. What have I got in this one? I have got double drip Nick Salt lemon sherbet. In that one, I have got, what's this one? It's a lemon pie from, who's that from? That one. From Zeus Juice, that one. And obviously, I'm on my berry lemonade, and that's it. That's all I'm on. It's sort of like very, very simple. Drink-wise, clear blue water and...
Corporation Pop.
That's it.
You're after that. You really are.
One day, I'm telling you now, one day I'm going to have Coca-Cola slapped on there. Yeah, they're going to sponsor me. One day I'll get it.
Right.
That's it. That's all I'm on. What you want, kiddo?
I said I'd try it. So, that's my little Flapton.
That's not so little.
Singular, 4mm, in the Zeus X, at Stuart's suggestion. Thoroughly enjoying it. Thoroughly enjoying it. I was very, very surprised about what I was getting off it. And thoroughly enjoying it.
I'm going to have to get...
As I said, he's a deviant.
Where did you get your Flapton from?
Crazy Wire.
All right. And they do 4mm in a diameter? Or is it one that
No. I just got a roll of wire and built it this morning.
All right. Oh, right. Well, since I haven't got any Flaptons, will you make me one so I can try it on my Zeus? Build me a coil.
No, because I know if it's slightly wonky, you'll go, that's not right.
Okay, bring the wire in. I don't think I've even got a 4mm in a diameter coily thing. I think the biggest I've
Lovely
got is 3.5.
flavour of that.
I think it's 3.5 I've got. It's the biggest one.
4 mils the biggest my jig goes up to, but I ended up hand wrapping because the wire was too wide to go through the hole, so
That's what she said.
I had to manipulate it by hand.
So what you was on about wattage before? So what wattage you got that at?
That's currently at 59.
Really? So you've only got basic 60 watts then?
And it's giving some great cloud. And on the other one, I've got the next mesh.
How you getting on with it?
Still, it's cracking away. This is still the same stainless steel coil. I'm amazed. I thought this would have gone weeks ago, but it didn't.
It's ironic. It's ironic because on the Kyle and M, I'm still on the same coil. When I did the review.
Yeah.
It's lasting absolutely ages. The only thing that I have to do is rewick it.
Good stuff. And in the Zeus X, I have Deja Voodoo by Whitlicker.
Ooh.
Nice. And in the next mesh, I've got Whitlicker's Contra.
Both good.
They are. I mean, the Deja Voodoo I've not tried before. And by gum, it's sweet. But it does say sugar cane actually on the description of the flavour, and it was awesome. Oh, there we are. If you have the Coil Master jig, you have a 4mm mark.
Well, I was just about to say it. I don't have a Coil Master.
Oh, bless you.
I don't think I've ever had a Coil Master.
No, well, mine's a hooky jig, but I mean, I bought that 3
I've got my
years ago.
Watofo upstairs here, and in my main toolbox I have got what were they called? Diamond Mist. Can anybody remember Diamond Mist? I used to do a lot for them when I used to get bits and pieces from vape distribution years back. They used to send me a lot of Diamond Mist stuff. Got them. Yeah, no, yeah, I'll get a 4mm drill bit. I'm not messing.
I'm not manly enough to be allowed near drills.
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of drill bits, 4mm drill bit.
I'm downright dangerous. Yes, Paul's just made a very good point as well. The article that actually goes with the podcast from ABC is well worth reading. Now, there's also a link on the blog entry for that article, but you will find that the podcast should play in the background while you're just having a quick peruse of that if you want to have a listen.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely well worth a listen. Really is.
Right. Well, I mean, we would normally at this point go on to vaping news, but other than this ridiculous, well, piss poor journalism, to be honest, regarding the THC issues over in America and the American response to it, there's been very little. Now, I think it was Paul sent you this. There is an article from ABC again. In Australia, they are talking about upping the taxing on tobacco. So the tobacco excise will be increased to 12.5% and again on September 1st, which they claim, take a pack-a-day smoker to now spending over 10,000 Australian dollars a year. Just absolutely ridiculous amount.
That is a lot.
It is. Let me just see what 10,000 AUDs and in pounds, £5,542 sterling that equates to.
Wow.
So 554 divided by 12. That comes out at £461 a month.
Jeeps.
Just over 100 quid. So that, to be honest, I was spending more than that, but not much more when I was on 40 a day.
Mm.
And I haven't smoked now for 3 years. But it just goes to show what the syntax is.
Yeah, that is frightening, that. But also, it's that quit or die attitude, isn't it?
Mm. And I'm really surprised because, I mean, one thing I did pick up off the podcast, the ABC podcast about vaping, was that most of the tobacco control tricks came from Australia.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So the heavy tobacco excise, the plain packaging, you know, the advertising banning, all of that came from Australia, which does surprise me. Yeah, Stuart's just put £100 a week. People claim vaping is not cheaper than smoking. Oh, it is.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
Unless you get shiny-itis and you're buying a new pod or whatever a month. I mean, I spend what? Excuse me. I would reckon I'd probably spend somewhere in the region of £25 to £30 a week on juice.
I don't even spend that. I mean, I bought this, which is just shy 200ml. Plus your nick shots. This was £10 plus your two nick shots. So that's 12 quid. And that's lasting me well over a week.
I think it depends what you buy, doesn't it? I mean, I can get 120ml of the old Sweet Shop range for about $14.99. And that will last me probably a week and a half. My only problem being I get bored.
Yeah, the problem I do. Yeah. I mean, I can spend. I mean, let's face it. If I make my own brew lemon as well, I have to include that one. So if you include my own brew lemon as well, because I use that on a regular basis, we're talking what? If I'm spending £20 a week, if that, if that. So I mean, then obviously once a month I'll buy a mod or an RDA something.
Paul, are you trying to get us on, mate?
Australia is part of the empire.
UK and a failed jail cop. No, it's not.
No.
No. How to make friends and influence people. Arrive in Sydney and just read out that statement. See how long your teeth last.
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. So bear with me. I'm just sorting chat out. There you go. That's it.
Sorting chat out?
No, it's going over.
I thought I'd missed somebody.
No. No, I'm just sorting chat.
Oh, just tweak it slightly.
Yes, just tweak it slightly. Because obviously, what with moving everything around, it's just not. You know me and my OCD.
Can't help you. But I'll tell you one thing. We did. I have actually been in touch with Paul, and he said he would be interested in guesting. So hopefully we can get that arranged.
Yes, definitely.
At a convenient time. Because I'd like to hear a bit more about, obviously, what the podcast touches on, but I'd also like to hear a bit more about Mollenberry. How that's going.
Yeah, I'd also like to hear about his more interviews that he's got going off.
Ooh.
Yes, he has more interviews and that lot, so he's getting quite popular, should we say, at the present moment, our Paul. So yes, we'll definitely be getting Paul on. In fact, Paul, if next week would be fine. If you want to come on next week, Paul, just say yay or nay.
That'd be great.
And then
But,
Paul can give us a proper update with all the information, and that'll be absolutely fantastic.
I mean, I've been obviously doing a bit of digging about Mollenberry. What I was amazed was one of the co-founders of the company is there with bells on. Good man. One of the co-founders of the company is also a mother. You would honestly think running a company the size of, a Mollenberry and the complexities that you face on your daily work, she must be one hell of a woman.
Yeah, too.
When you've got the kids and, the family and the business, absolutely amazing. Regatta del Blanca. Oh, de Blanc. What an awesome record. I do like a bit of the Police. I am rather fond of them.
Was never a big fan. I didn't mind them at the time, but yeah, I like a bit of Police.
Sorry, I should have said the lady's name, Marcelina. Paul's just... I was just stunned. To be... I have enough on getting reports in on time.
Yeah.
And juggling this and home and all the rest of it. So I don't know how the devil she does it.
And Grumpy has the first 7 singles on blue vinyl. Ooh. Very.
See, Roxanne, that was always our family holiday song. So my dad had Roxanne on in the car. We had I'm trying to think which one it would have been. I think it would have been his Escort, because that was the first one that I sort of remember. And he'd whack it into the tape player, and he'd do this sort of very warbly sting belting out Roxanne, but everybody in the car singing along. Yeah, it was awesome.
Came out as a collection set. Oh, nice one. I haven't bought any music recently.
And you?
No, nothing.
To be fair, Amazon Music has been my go-to.
Oh, we've been listening to what they're called now. I've got Lambs of the Stone, but it's not that.
Stone?
Yeah. Oh, what was it called now? You shared it me.
Lamb of God?
That's it. Is it Lamb of God? No.
They're rather heavy.
No. Oh, you're going to make me look now, aren't you?
I am. I've never played the Roxanne drinking game.
Where is it now? What are they called now? Brain's gone dead.
Oh, there we are. Paul's now officially a development manager and partner with Mollenberry. That's his official title. It's the damn sight better than being called the Willy Wonka.
No, I like Willy Wonka. No, definitely. Valley of the Wolves.
Oh, Valley of the Wolves, yes. Yes. If you get a chance, go onto YouTube, and I'm trying to think what the channel is. Have a look. Now I've got to have a look. Basically, you type badass into search, and it will bring up this channel, and it's absolutely awesome. The range of music. I mean, I've found so much stuff that I wouldn't normally rather snuggle Kate Bush. You and me both, mate.
Yeah, you and me both. Yes, there's something about our Katie.
Right, Discovering Music is the channel on YouTube. But honestly, some of the tunes on there, I mean, they've got an epic rock.
Slap the link in chat. Share it to everyone. Then everyone can have a look.
It is absolutely awesome. Some days you're sick of everything that you've got. The link's now in chat. That'll take you straight to River's Walk in the Wild, which is one of my favourites as well. You just get bored of everything you've got on CD and all the rest of it, and you just want something completely out there. And I started playing YouTube Roulette. and just whacked random words into it and saw what came up. There's some interesting videos, stuff that I thought YouTube wouldn't allow, but when you're whacking badass, this came up, and my goodness, did it open my horizons. It was awesome.
Well, on about YouTube, and let me get his link, and I'll be all right.
Yes, you're not far from a certain.
Well, yeah, this is true. Yes, this is very, very true. We'll get to that in a second. I've been geeking out to this
Good
guy. He really has. He's called Techmo. And he does retro reviews on old gear. But it's like watching Tomorrow's World. He's absolutely brilliant, this guy.
What, he looks like Maggie Philbin?
No, he doesn't look like Maggie Philbin. I mean,
I like the Muppet in the background.
He's got 835,000 subscribers.
Blimey.
Yeah, he's good. He's really, really good.
I'll have to have a shufty of this guy.
Yeah.
That's my afternoon wasted.
He's brilliant. And yeah, talking about subscribers, I am 7 away from the big 3. So that means that there will be a big box giveaway. How we're going to sort that big box giveaway, I'm not 100% sure, what with not being allowed to do giveaways and that lot on Facebook and now on YouTube. So, but there will be a 3K giveaway big box, like I always do on the big numbers. So yes, 7 away. I'm only 7 away from 3K.
And I'm not allowed to enter this time.
No, you're not allowed. No, you won the 2K giveaway. That's how we kind of met.
It is, which is scary. But yes, it's been a while since I've handled a large box giveaway. So
I think the only way that we can do the 3, because I'm going to do a big box. I've got loads of little bits and pieces in here, mods and tanks and things like that. So what we'll do is I'll probably do it on the Ohm service, show people, or I might actually do it on Tales. But I think we can do something, I'm sure, over on the website.
Have a shufty at Paul's very kind comment.
Oh, thank you very much, Paul. That's awesome. So
Paul's
yeah,
just offered to add to the big box.
That is, he's like to add to my big box.
You
Thank
don't
you.
look anything like Kate Bush.
Babushka.
Oh, damn, that video kept me going through my teen years.
It really did. I used to have a poster of Kate Bush in a kababusha outfit.
Oh,
Happy
not
days.
right.
Well, it is. It's totally right. So yeah, 7 away from 3K.
Ben, you saucy devil, going to cost you quite a bit to send it to the Philippines. Cheeky.
Well, if he wins, he wins.
Well, yeah, true.
It's worldwide.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I was flicking through the countries that have been looking at the website. Samoa, would you believe?
Really?
Yeah. I was absolutely stunned. The last country in the world I was expecting to see, there it was, Samoa.
Blimey neck.
Good stuff.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, Stuart, the knives are out now. Stuart's just said you ain't winning, Grumpy. Oh, blimey, Paul.
Bluminette, Paul. Wow, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For
those listening, Paul's just very kindly offered 10 120ml liquids from his line.
Awesome.
That is a huge amount of juice. Thank Paul. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
At SoulOhm, do you have the Purge Slam piece?
Do I have it? Yes, I've got one, yes. Yeah.
Yes, it's It's one little toy I haven't
Yeah,
got.
it's just over there. Just over there. I don't use it that much, to be honest with you.
Oh, you said you didn't like the.
I'm not a big. It's
Switch.
very stiff.
That's what she said.
I've got to admit, I'm not a big fan of side firers. Really not a big fan. I mean, I love my tube mods, and I like my bottom fire. That's why I still haven't got it. That's why I was the one that you've got, the Soul Keeper, is it?
Yeah.
That's why I was impressed with that.
Got a lovely little electronic switch. Oh, Bill. No need for that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, your poor wife. You can't say that, Bill. She's a lady. Lady of the highest order. Tell you what, she looks after us too.
You're not kidding. Yeah, she's a beautiful woman.
We came back late from Retford the weekend that we did the show from the same room. And we came back and Jan had laid on full spread.
Oh, that buffet.
Curly bits of cucumber on top at Butty's. It was lovely.
Oh yeah, it's all twisted, wasn't it? Oh sure. She's good. She's an amazing woman. I mean, for starters, I'm not blowing anything all right, but she has to put up with me.
Oh, that makes her a saint straight off, mate. Oh, he's gone
Hello,
serious.
Terry. No, I haven't. No,
Yes,
I haven't.
God, no.
The 25 or the 30 mil. No, I haven't.
That one's a little bit out of my price range, Terry. Definitely. The Asgard's not cheap, is it?
No.
If I remember correctly, definitely over 50. There we are. Vaping 101. It is, and I go to Vaping 101 purely on the fact that it's normally cheaper than everywhere else. $41.99.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad. They've also got a 10% off code at the minute, so you could get another £4 off that, which means you could pick an Asgard up for somewhere in the region of, with postage, 41.
Yeah, that's quite good. That.
It's not a bad.
Not a
might
bad
have a look at that.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up, Terry. There.
That's for the 30 mil. That's a big old boy, then. Comes with a variety of tips as well.
Ooh.
A tall boy and a shorty. That's quite impressive, that. 10 mil, they're claiming a 10 mil juice well in the RDA. That's a hell of a size, isn't it? But if it's 30 mil.
Wow. Have you just read what Labworks has just put in?
Oh my God.
I don't even own an original VA. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Right, so for those that are listening, Paul's just put, let's split it. 2x5 120 mils. And he'll add an original 22 mil VA, stainless steel and black phenom, never fired, to the first pack. Wow.
Wow. Thank you so much, kidder. Thank you so much.
Stuart's just had a belter of an idea there. We'll give away for each show.
Yeah. That'd be perfect.
Because we do get different listeners in, and it would be nice.
Yeah. To hit 3K. Be awesome.
God, would it? So if you haven't subscribed, please do go across and subscribe to SoulOhm. 7 people, that's all it's going to take, and it will trigger the biggest giveaway that we're going to do this year.
Definitely.
And once we...
You're going to have to sort it out on the website.
Yeah. No extra work then,
No extra
no.
work, there's you. No extra work. Voka,
Good afternoon, Voka. Did you see the big boss that he posted?
I haven't, no.
It's got a drop on top
Mm.
in, I believe, stainless and gold. And then the mod itself, sorry, black and gold. And then the big boss mod itself is black.
Oh, he's the one what splits up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's been showing that for a while. It's absolutely good. You can either have it as a box mod or you can have it as an individual tube mod. I love that.
Beautiful.
And the
I'm
drop...
not saying I was jealous, Voka, but...
And the drop just goes on it perfectly.
Oh, it's just stunning the way it matches.
It's just perfect. It's a perfect mat. It's full kit. Honestly, that is gorgeous. Yeah, he's been showing that for a while.
I mean, I'm not matchy. I never have been. All I'm bothered about is flavour and clouds. I ain't bothered what it looks like.
Yeah.
So, wow. Oh. Blimey, Paul. Let's not make it too good. We've got to top this at some point, mate.
Yeah.
Gordon Bennett, dude.
That's absolutely awesome, that. Thank you. Wow. Don't know what to say.
Oh my God. I think it's the only phrase that fits. Right, so that's the buffet over and done with. And the news.
News. Have you got anything to report? Or are we going to go for our main topic?
Well, I might as well go for the main, dear boy. I can't think of
Main
anything
topic
else to report.
time. Today's topic is cinema. The question is, what was your first ever experience of going to the cinema? And the second question is, what was your most favourite memory of going to the cinema?
Okay. Well, my first memory of going to the cinema is with Mum and Dad. And we went to Odeon at Sheffield. And it was to watch Winnie the Pooh and the Windy Day.
Aww.
That's going back some, that is.
Oh.
Because you still had the woman stood in the aisle selling the Kiora Pop in the plastic containers and the little tub of ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Lion's Maid, I think it was, with the wooden spoon.
Yep.
So that's my first memory. I think the one that sticks with me, I've got two for this, if that's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
The original Superman with Christopher Reeve. I think that was 1979. And very soon after that, the first ever Star Trek movie.
Oh, the original.
The original. We went to the cinema to watch that. That blew me away.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Yeah, okay, the film was cack. I didn't get to see Star Wars.
No, I will disagree. I wouldn't say the film was cack. I think the actual story behind the film was really, really good.
It was a thinker. It was one that made you think.
Yeah, it really was. So do you want me to go for mine?
Go for it. What's yours?
My first ever memory of going to the cinema was quite an event, really. Well, I say quite an event. For a little kid it was. The actual film, the main film, was Dumbo. Yeah. But back in them days, when we went to the Odeon at Doncaster, they used to show two films. And the first film, the B movie, was The Fantastic Journey with the dog, the cat and the mouse.
God, I remember that.
Yeah. And we'd gone, it was, it must have been October, November, December-ish type of time when we went. And we went with the actual school to go and see it. And we'd gone into the cinema And at the time, it was when the Odeon was the old brush seats, and it was very Victorian-y looking. Well, it wasn't Victorian. It was more because it was Art Deco, wasn't it? So 1920s, and it was still very much like that. And yet, you had your half interval with your ice creams and all that good stuff. So the first film that you actually watched was The Fantastic Journey. And we watched that. Now, prior to me going into the cinema, it was a lovely sunny day. And I mean, it was an absolutely gorgeous, sunny, cold, but sunny day. We went into the cinema. We watched the first film, had a break, had his ice creams and all that good stuff. Then watched Dumbo. Thoroughly enjoyed Dumbo. And as we was coming out of the cinema, there was 2 foot of snow. It was pitch black, 2 foot of snow outside. Never forget it. I will never ever forget it. Yeah, literally. We'd gone in, it was gorgeous sunshine. We'd come out, it was dark, 2 foot of snow.
Yeah, big coat with you.
No. No. Yeah, I'll never forget that one. And my favourite memory has got to be in 1978. I was 7. And I begged and begged and begged months before to my dad to go and see this film called Star Wars. Now, my dad's definitely not into sci-fi one bit. And we got to the Odeon. It was called the Gaumont then. It wasn't called the actual Odeon, it was called the Gaumont. And we got to Doncaster, we parked up, and we had to queue for 2 hours. All the way around, queuing to go and see this Star Wars. So we queued and queued and queued. Watched the film, absolutely, thoroughly smitten straight away at 7 years, because it was for my birthday that we went to see it. Because, 1978, January the 24th, or roundabout whenever that was, on my birthday it was for. And I'll never forget, we was walking down after we'd watched the film, and I was in awe. Absolutely fantastic film. Love. As we was walking out the cinema, my dad turned around to me and said, "Do you know something?" I goes, "What?" He says, "That were absolutely rubbish."
So now, I never ever saw the first Star Wars, the original cut, at the cinema. Because I had a choice. I either went to see Star Wars with my mum and my little brother, or we went to Wembley and we watched the Schoolboy International, England versus Scotland. Speaking of which, good afternoon, Mr. Porter. I hope you've recovered from the drive, mate. And I ended up going to Wembley. So there I was, stood on the stand with my dad, meat pie in hand, Bovril in other, cheering on the national schoolboy team.
And you didn't go and see Star Wars?
I didn't go and see Star Wars.
That was an experience. I'll never forget it. It was one of them films that it was just in everything that you ever wanted from a sci-fi film. Because I was a big sci-fi fan, even from a little kid, and I was just in awe, and I've been in awe ever since.
See, I was like that with Superman because I was a massive comics fan. So I'd already got quite a collection of Superman comics and Batman. I tended to go more for DC when I was younger. I went over to Marvel when I was late.
Funny enough, I was the same because I was a big Batman fan when I was a kid. Loved Batman, absolutely loved Batman. Superman, I loved the original 3. And a lot of people slag off 3, but I loved it.
No, because 3 was a damn sight better than Quest for Peace, but 3 it was still fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean with the computer and that lot, I thought that were ace. I thought that was brilliant. And what's his name? I forgot his name now. In Whittash.
Richard Pryor.
Yeah, he just made it. He really did. I thought it was brilliant.
Robert Vaughn was a fantastic camp villain.
Yeah.
You know, in the style of Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor,
Yeah.
Robert Vaughn was right up there.
Mm.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Mm.
And
I
by
mean,
that
and
time,
then when was it in that one where Superman went evil?
yes,
Yeah, because they created that kryptonite that wasn't quite kryptonite, so he added
Kryptonite,
tar.
yeah.
He added tar to it because he would look at them packets. I mean, but a minute, how old's that film?
Got to be around 84, 85. Got to be. Hold on. Superman 3. It is 1983.
83. I mean, you look at that, you think about that. Even back in 83, there was on about cigarettes having tar in it. And that was in America.
Yeah, but if you look at it, 85, 86, they were using the Superman nicotine ad campaign.
Yeah.
So, Bill Richards, ABBA the movie. Nothing wrong with the guilty pleasure, mate. Nothing wrong with the guilty pleasure.
Do you know something? I've got to admit, I've never seen it.
ABBA the movie? No, I don't think I have, actually.
No. Because wasn't the ABBA the album, ABBA the movie, ABBA the book, and there was a whole genre of it all just called ABBA the, wasn't there?
I think so. It's a 1977 drama documentary. That's a fantastic bit of planning there from the sales team, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that was very clever.
Complete set of 36 Action Comics before it got banned from... Blimey, do you remember the old Action Comics?
Mm-hmm.
Tiny little things they were, weren't
Yeah.
they? But they were all World War II
Yeah, there were
commando-based
loads of
stuff.
them. Yeah.
I mean,
They got banned.
yeah, they were banned for being too violent.
Really? I never knew that. Yeah, I remember because there was like half the size of a normal comic, weren't there? But they were quite thick, if I remember right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the comic that always sticks with me from being a kid was 2000 AD.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because it originally Star-Lord and then 2000 AD rolled into it. But some of the characters, I mean, they still stand up today.
Yeah. Oh, I was
Strontium
heavily...
Dog, Road Trooper.
Obviously, I went through the Beano and Dandy phase, like most young kids do. And then I started getting Spider-Man for a bit, then a bit of Batman. And I was never a big fan of that. Then when I saw 2000 AD, I was hooked. 2000 AD, oh God, I had a stack load of them.
Ooh. See you later, Festus. He'd love to stay and hang out, but he's got to get work done. Yard needs mowing. Mine does as well, Festus. Have a good day to all in chat and casters. Horsham, your limit was Whizzer and Chips.
Whizzer and Chips.
Now, I mean, 2000 AD was like the entry level, wasn't it? Because at the time, the late 70s sci-fi was quite heavy going. Oh, Judge Dredd original, yes. Judge's death, probably one of the scariest characters ever made. Not just mine. Oh, sorry, Festus. He doesn't just do his, he mows for people here in town.
Awesome.
That's cool. Mind saying that, I've got a jungle to get rid of in backyard, so...
You'll be evicting people, will you?
Oh, God, yeah. Charlie's somewhere out there in the brambles.
What do you mean the war's over?
Oh, mind, they have rowdy parties. I mean, you can hear them, you know. I mean, love you a long time. $10.
Oh, hey, yeah, we go boom boom. When you was a kid, though, did you... Going to the cinema was more an event, wasn't it? It wasn't just, we'll pop...
Massive.
We'll just pop and watch a film. It seemed to be more of an event.
It was. I mean, when I was a teenager, it became almost a weekly thing. You know, Fridays we used to go to local cine in Retford because they reopened that. But I mean, back in the day, you always went to Sheffield,
Mm.
you know,
Crystal
and you were
Peaks.
slumming it if you went to ABC.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
ABC. I forgot about that. They used to have an ABC in Doncaster.
They did, just across from station.
That's right. Yeah. In fact, I think there was 3 cinemas in Doncaster originally, because you had the Government at the top and there was one further down.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, on the high
Because the
street.
Gorman used to have Coupland's Cafe at the back of it.
That's right. Yeah.
So you can nip in there for a bacon butty and then go and watch a film.
Yeah. I mean, we've here in Harworth, we've still got a cinema down at the bottom of the road. It's not a cinema anymore. They turned it into a boxing thing. If you go down to the bottom of our road, on your right-hand side, you'll see it all boarded up at the present moment.
Blimey.
That used to be a cinema.
I never knew ours had a cinema.
Yeah. And you
Sorry,
know, obviously you haven't got
We're
a
alienating
clue.
everybody in chat.
Totally. I'll give you another one. You know China Rose?
Yeah?
That used to be Bawtry's cinema.
No way.
Yes way.
That must have been before 77 then.
Oh,
we
yes.
moved into the village in 77.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. You would be quite surprised, considering we have pit villages round here. Most pit villages had a cinema.
I mean, stumped now. Let's head over to chat and see what they're saying. So, Weird Science, Kelly LeBrock, drop and give me 20.
Ooh.
Hell yes, Stu, I'm with you on that one.
Oh, she would be.
Grumpy, Viz was his favourite, which he read on the train. He worked in London. Viz was brilliant. I mean, late 80s, early 90s,
Yeah.
before it hit the big time, Viz was almost like this underground thing.
It was a big underground comic, that.
Because you used to be able to get it at Sheffield Station, because it was on the main line from Newcastle. And that was the only place around here where you could get Viz originally. ABCs, they all seem to be next to the bus station.
Yeah,
They're not
that's
daft,
true.
though.
Yeah.
Where else do you want it? You know, late night film, straight into the bus. Fantastic. Paul's first sci-fi was The Andromeda Strain. What a film. The original was brilliant.
What was that film? You just made me think. I went to see, and I went on my own to see this, or did I go with my mates? I can't remember. I can't remember what the film's called, but it was a space film, and it was one guy looking after these gardens, and he had 2 like square robots, and he alienated his friends because they were supposed to get rid of the pods, but he got rid of his crew. Oh, what was that called?
Dark Star, I think. Hold on. Thank God for Google. I think it was Dark Star. Follows the cue of deteriorated starship Dark Star.
Is it Dark Star? Can anyone remember the one that I'm on about? And Bill says you need to bring it back to get rid of pods.
Is it Dark Star? Because that was one of John Carpenter's first films.
I always remember it was like they were in space, and this guy, he was into his gardening, and they had these pods all the way around the actual spaceship that had plants.
Silent Running,
that's it.
72.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's the one, Silent Running.
Yeah.
Directed by Douglas Trumbull, stars Bruce Dern, Cliff Potts, Ron Rifkin, and Jesse Vint.
And I went to see that at the ABC.
I mean.
Well, the ABC used to do like late night matinees. God, I'm sounding like an old fart here. Late night matinees.
There you go. Paul says his new liquid is called THX 1138.
Nice one. I'm sure George won't mind.
That's quite a nice homage.
I think it is a very good homage, because not many people would get it. Unless they're like us.
Well, yeah, film geek. No, I mean, I've been watching quite a bit of sort of the older stuff on Netflix and things, but I've also been watching some of the new stuff. Now, for those who aren't aware, Netflix have just started The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, which is set some 50 years in front of the original film. Now, it's had critical acclaim wherever it's been.
Yeah.
I must admit, I don't agree. There's something missing.
Jim Henderson?
I don't know what it is, mate. You know.
See, I've not seen it. I mean, I've seen the original.
Yeah. Well, you know when you get a clone mod, yeah? And it can be manufactured to the highest quality, and it can be exactly physically the same, but there's something missing. Just what this is like. I mean, it's very heavily based on the Skeksis and.
Is it still the same puppeteering?
Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Probably a little bit more polished.
You see that?
Definitely.
That's another problem. I know it sounds daft. Red Dwarf did exactly the same. You watch I'm on about the original block, not the new Dave stuff. The last episode, or last series, should I say, of Red Dwarf before it went off air, they upgraded everything, the quality and everything, and it lost it. Whereas when you went back and watched, the original series prior to that, it had the floppy sets and things like that, and it had that character about it, and it had that feel. And when they brought back the whole team of Red Dwarf and everything, and Chansky and all that lot, it just didn't have the same feeling.
No, it was too polished.
And I'm wondering if it's that's lacking in what you're talking about, the Dark Crystal.
Yeah, I mean, the voice cast is stellar. You know, Eddie Izzard, Helena Bonham Carter, Shazad Latif, Toby Jones. There's some big names in there. There's the Gelflings, there's the Skeksis, there's everybody's in there. It's just absolutely crazy.
You see, I've said this many times. Sometimes a piece should be left alone, especially when you start talking about music as well. Some things, your favourite record of past bygone isn't just the actual song. It's not just them actually performing it. It's actually how they recorded it, what mics they was using, what room they was actually using. It's the whole package of that record. There's a lot more to it than just, I like that song. And I think sometimes when you sort of like, they bring back something from, I mean, when was Dark Crystal? 83?
God, now you're asking. It would have been around that.
Yeah, 83, 84.
'82.
Oh, blooming heck, that's not bad. Come on, that wasn't bad, that. So, is it down to the actual technology of the era? Not just because of the puppeteering and all that, but actually how it was filmed, how they did it back then, and you come in 30 years, nearly 40 years later, and bringing... Could it be that, or is it more to do with the actual storytelling?
Possibly. I mean, I think some of it's down to the fact that at the time it was fairly groundbreaking stuff. You know, the idea of somebody doing a serious sci-fi movie with puppets, it just hadn't been done.
Mm.
But
I mean, it'd be interesting because I'm a big Farscape fan. I absolutely loved Farscape. But if they redid it now, would it have the same feel? I don't think it would.
No, I don't think so. I mean, Labworks has just said UFOs coming back. That's another one I really don't think. It was great at the time, and I've got incredibly fond memories of it. Yeah. Would it work now?
I think sometimes certain things need to stay in that time. I mean, it's like Space 1999. If they redid that, yes, you're guaranteed that the special effects side of it's going to be absolutely amazing with CGI and all that kind of thing. But they're going to lose that essence of it's a timepiece of how we thought the future was going to be back in the 70s. And I was just wondering if that Dark Crystal is exactly the same.
Yeah, I'd go with that. I mean, I really would. I'll tell you what has just caught my eye.
Steve Dillgaffs is watching Farscape. Awesome.
Looks like they are doing TV series of the backstory of Alfred Pennyworth.
Okay.
The butler from Batman. Set in an exciting alternate London. Hold on. No, I didn't want to start the video. I want to go back to where I was.
Totally.
13th of August, it says.
Steve's already watched it. By the looks of it, Pennyworth is brilliant.
Awesome. I'll be having a look on the old hooky Fire Stick to see what I can find.
Oh, there's that much to watch at the present. What's that new one that's just coming out?
Carnival Row.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
I've watched the first couple of episodes.
Have they released it as a full batch?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Not for watching if you have younger members in the house. Possibly not one for watching if you've got teenagers in the house. It's dark, it's bloody, and there's so much sex in it, it's unreal.
What's the general premise?
General premise, you're in a sort of alternate reality. There are two main countries. One's the Pact, and the other one is... Hold on. Synopsis up, because it's... Right, one's the Pact. It's set in a sort of Victorian fantasy world.
Because it's supposed to be very steampunky, isn't it?
It is. It's incredibly steampunky. And all the costume work is very Victoriana and bowler hats and all the rest of it. And instead of being Tir Nog, it's Tir Nock, which is the home of the sort of fairy folk, which is invaded by two different countries of humans. One of the countries pulls out. The fairies end up coming under, I would say, a sort of fascistic regime. So they all try and escape from this country, and they all end up in Carnival Row. And you're looking at sort of the old brothels and the fairies. I say fairy folk. The other types of creatures end up in more servant sort of roles and as prostitutes, and they're generally spat on by everybody, and you know it is really, really gripping stuff. But as I say, the amount of sex, nudity and violence in it it's unprecedented. It's well,
guess what I'm going to be watching in a bit.
It's well up there with Westworld, I'm telling you, mate. Well,
do you know something? I never watched that.
Didn't you?
No, I never watched it.
That was brilliant. I mean, there was a serious amount of sort of violence and nudity in that as well. But I make myself sound like a right prude. I'm all for a bit of nudity, but you know.
Right. Yeah, I never watched West. I mean, I've seen the film, the original film, but I never watched the actual series.
The TV series, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
There's just never see for me. Me personally, there's just not enough hours in the day for me to be watching telly as well.
Well, true.
What with work and doing obviously at the night times, doing reviews and that lot. Sundays is doing me up and close and that. I just don't get time to watch. So like I have to be so like very right. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this. I have to really plan my day.
Well, I mean, with Caitlin, sort of, because we're very limited on what she can deal with, you know, we do end up watching a lot of telly. So, yes, the Bergs. Thank you for that, Stevie. I've missed that. And say hello to Jules as well for us, will you?
Oh, definitely.
It's if you like the Victorian drama, sort of crime stories, yeah, the likes of Whitechapel and all the rest of it, you will love this. So well written, you know, it really is. And very similar to Penny Dreadful. Very, very similar to Penny Dreadful. Oh, there we go. Ben says, right, got my TV sorted after F1, then Preacher. The Red Dwarf's found the bad burner.
See, I've been watching The Preacher. I'm on season 3 at the moment.
Yeah, you've got some joyous times ahead, dear boy.
Yeah,
joyous.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm at the point where Grandma.
Yeah, that's one twisted old dear.
Yeah, she's a love.
I mean, did you ever watch Penny Dreadful? Because
no.
that was superb.
No.
That really was.
No. What's that then? What's Penny Dreadful?
Take it was a mishmash of all the old horror characters. So you'd got Frankenstein in there, you've got the monster, you've got Dracula, you've got various demons, you've got witches, and it was just brilliant. Josh Hartnell, I'm trying to think who played the main characters in it. Give me 2 secs, I will Google foo. Oh, Her and the Dreamers.
Oh, American Horror. Love American Horror Story. We've lost your sound.
What?
Oh, we lost your sound there for a second.
Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry. How bizarre.
That was very bizarre.
Yes, I do seem to have gone rather quiet. So you've got Reeve Carney as Dorian Gray, Timothy Dalton, Eva Green. She was Vanessa Ives, who was the main character. Billie Piper, she played a very revealing role in that.
Did you see her in The Call Girl?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Belle de Jour.
Yeah, she was good in that.
Not a role I'd have thought for Billie Piper.
But she did it well.
I mean, Josh Hartnett in Penny Dreadful was brilliant. I always thought he was a bit wooden until I saw him in that. Absolutely brilliant, really was. But it sort of had a loose theme, story arc throughout the whole thing, all sort of around Vanessa Ives. But because it brought in the vampires and all the rest of it, it was just you were already comfortable with the characters.
Yeah.
And because it put them in a completely new sort of setting and world, it was brilliant. Really was.
Umbrella Academy. Not heard that one.
Yeah, I didn't take with that one either.
What's that one?
Superhero based. I think it's based on a graphic novel, but I just didn't. Ooh. Ben reckons there's talk of Rose coming back to Doctor Who.
Interesting.
That would be interesting with the two
girls.
Easy.
Get it on.
No.
Shabba. God knows how that's going to work. Because how's that going to work? Because Rose went off with the Half Doctor, didn't she? Back on Bad Wolf Bay.
Yep. And it was allegedly closed off. Unless they got an earlier Rose, but...
Afternoon, Mark. Hope you're
Afternoon,
well,
Mark.
mate. Yeah, I bet that is a different time spot.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how
Early
they're
hours
going to
of
do
the
that.
morning, I believe.
I know Rose and the Doctor have been doing the audiobooks, haven't they?
Oh, Tennant and Piper have been doing the
Yeah,
audiobooks.
they've been doing the audiobooks, yeah.
I've only heard the ones with Agatha Freeman and what's her face, Donna.
Grumpy Old
Catherine-
Vapor has turned around and said, apparently a strong rumour that Jodie Whittaker has quit.
That'd be
Really?
interesting. The Umbrella Academy was written by Gerard Way from my... Oh, right.
All right.
It's, I just couldn't get on with it.
I've not seen it. When I first heard Umbrella Academy, I thought, oh, is that something to do with Resident Evil?
It's... think sort of dysfunctional, well, like Misfits. Do you remember the Misfits from Channel 4? Think that sort of setting, but Americanized and... Yeah.
It doesn't sound appealing.
It was based on a comic. Yeah, it was published by Dark Horse.
Okay.
Do love Dark Horse.
Yes, we do like a lot of Dark Horse.
Basically, the premise on the Umbrella Academy is 33 women around the world gave birth simultaneously, and they were instantly pregnant. And then 7 of the children are adopted by an eccentric billionaire, turns into a superhero team. And then there's a global apocalypse imminent, and it's all got something to do with the Umbrella Academy. It just didn't grasp me.
Well, it takes all sorts, doesn't it?
Gerard Way does have a strange mind, and Black Parade is a fantastic album. I love that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next Alien movie as well. I'm looking forward to the new Terminator, yeah.
I'm looking forward to the Terminator. I'm not really... I think Aliens had its day, mate.
Hopefully they can bring it back. Hopefully. You don't think so? See, I was never into... I've got to admit, I was never into the Alien versus Predators. I didn't like them films whatsoever. It was so like, no, I'm not one... I must admit, I'm not one of these fans of bringing two separate genres together to make a film. You know, like they did Jason and... what's his face? Jason versus Freddy.
Oh, right.
Yeah, them type of films. No, I did no, because I know they was going to do a Jason versus Pinhead, and it was like, no, don't you dare, don't you dare. It was sort of, how you dare, sacrilege. Did you dare? I'm not into them type of films, and they did it with the Aliens versus Predator. See, I didn't like Predator 1, but I did like Predator 2 film. With what's his name?
Danny.
Glover.
Glover, yeah.
Danny Glover. Did like that one because especially right at the end where he hands him them 2 pistols.
Yeah.
So like basically, we've been here before. Dude, you're not the first. I enjoyed that. Whereas Predator 1 with Arnie was more of your typical 80s sci-fi gun-ho action movie.
Yeah. And let's be right, the nuclear blast at the end.
Yeah.
I don't think Hilaire Mudd's going to save Arnie from that.
No.
But yeah, I mean... Ooh.
What?
I don't know, John, Ben, because the new Terminator, he's just put John Connor's killed immediately, and the female is the new key to everything.
They've totally changed the timeline, haven't they, on Terminator?
But they had to.
Because of this, the last two films.
Yeah, but I thought this new movie was coming at the end of Judgment Day.
It is.
Yeah, so they have successfully stopped Skynet. So
but John Connor isn't the key anymore.
Which is intriguing.
It is. It's going to be fun watching because obviously Arnold's in it, and it's so like you can't help the passage of time with Arnie. Now, considering this is supposed to be a T200, it's going to be interesting to see how they are going to explain his aging process.
Yeah, but if Arnie's been sent back earlier, yeah, and I mean, Arnie gets sent back earlier, yeah, he's covered in biologicals anyway, so that's going to age.
Yeah.
So it'll work.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it will work. It's going to be interesting to see how they bring it out, should I say.
Oh yeah,
So,
I mean,
I am mega looking forward to it.
I like the idea that a retro old bit of mechanics is going to save the world again.
Yeah.
There's hope for my old Kanga box yet.
There you go. It's the future. You've seen it. We'll all be vaping on Kanga boxes. You're going to get the silver one, and it's going to cut your fingers every time you hold it.
I just pray Smock never get time travel technology.
I love it. I've got, honestly, you're talking about old technology. I've got a thing about it at the present moment. I don't know what it is. I keep on finding myself listening or watching YouTube bits and pieces when it's all old tech.
Well, I've been using emulators for years for the older sort of gaming machines and things. You get that semi-decent, PC from 6-7 years ago. It'll still run it.
Oh yeah, of course it will.
Yeah, hook that up to your telly and you've got hours of fun.
That's it. Especially these emulators, because you can have 1,000 and odd plus games.
Oh god, yeah, and the old Atari 2600. I tell you, you get two grown men playing tanks and it's still a giggle.
I was a big fan of Defender. Can you remember the one we used to be going, shoot out that way? Yeah, I was a big fan.
Then you had to pick the humans up with the transmat beam.
That's it.
Missile Command was always a favourite of mine.
Oh god, I used to love it because we used to have an arcade, and I've put many a 50p because we didn't have pound coins then. I put many 50p in that machine. See, I was never a big fan of. I used to like Space Invaders, but I was never a big fan of Pac-Man.
Used to love Pac-Man.
I was Defender. And Asteroids. Oh, I played Asteroids for hours.
And it
see,
showing your age.
See,
now.
I daren't. And this is gospel truth. I do not own a PlayStation or an Xbox or anything like that. And there's a reason behind it. I have what's called a addictive personality. And once I go on something like that, I will stay on that. I'm terrible. So yeah. So to save divorce papers and things like that, I just don't have one. It's as simple as that. And it's the gospel truth. Because honestly, I'll give you an example. I used to have the original PlayStation. And Metal Gear Solid.
God,
you couldn't get me off it. You could not get me off it. I was hooked, and it was so like at that point it was so like no, it needs to go.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Oh, do you remember them pub table Space Invaders?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they were brilliant. Well, Ben had one in his sixth form common room back in the day.
Oh God, yeah.
I'd have never been in lessons.
We used to have a youth club down village where the sports centre was, and they used to have them. Oh yeah. Mewe. I love
Cuba.
tech. Oh
Cuba
God, yeah.
was always a favourite. As Black Dragon as well.
What's putter? SoulOhm, but you have putter. Oh, I don't know what this putter you mean there, Paul.
Computer.
Oh, I've got a computer. With you.
Yes, but he doesn't have any emulators on there.
No,
Trust
God,
me,
no,
ladies and gentlemen.
No.
He has the cleanest hard drive in Christendom, that boy.
I don't even think I've got Solitaire on here either.
I don't think you have either.
All programs. What would it be under? Microsoft's what?
Be under your games. I thought the accessories.
Oh, accessories. Have I got games?
You should have an accessories folder in your start menu.
I'm looking at it. No. I haven't got that. I haven't got mine either. That mine game.
That's not been in Windows for years, mate. I tell you, actually, you know what I've recently found and started playing?
What?
Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas and Vice City. I've been having some giggles.
I just don't. I honestly, I do not get the time. Don't get the time. I run LTSC. Okay. I don't know what that is either. Oh, you've lost your voice again.
Have I?
Oh, you're back again.
Oh, sorry.
Don't know
Sorry,
why. You just
back
keep on
again.
going out. I've still got my childhood console from. Oh, bless. I mean, our Aiden, he were into him. He had Sega Master Systems and Spectrum, all them lot. What was it? Spectrum.
48K.
Yeah.
Yes, that's going back a bit, young man.
Oh, I'm running Windows 7.
Plenty of emulators here, must have template. Yeah, there's loads. Firstborn's been looking at the PlayStation emulators because getting the BIOS always used to be the problem. Once you got them, it's unbelievable. I've not seen a decent Xbox emulator yet. That's one thing I do have, the original Xbox.
The original? Wow.
Yeah, the back. I think I've still got a copy of Doom as well.
The last game I played was actually on a PC game. Was called The Undying by Clive Barker. Yeah, a horror game it was. In fact.
That's going back a bit, isn't it?
Oh yeah. In fact, hang on 1 second.
My God. As ever, old but in perfectly good form.
Oh yes, definitely. There you go.
See, in our house, the box would have been in one part, the disc would have been in another, and God knows where the manual would have gone.
I've even got the hacks to it and all. Look at that. Look at that, how clean. Yeah. No scratches on that one, my friend. Yes, there you go. I look after my things. I'm going to have to plug this in. I wonder if it'll work on my Windows 7.
Depends what you used to run it on. If you ran it on XP, it should.
Well, it's 2001.
Yeah,
Should
work.
Blooming damn good. That was a damn good, scary actual game, that. Right, enjoyed it.
Still trying to work out what LTSC is.
Nah, what is LTSC?
Don't know.
No?
Tiberius, he showed his 7-year-old a Commodore 64 game on cassette, and then I had to explain what a cassette was. Oh, do you remember that? Back in the days of the Spectrum and the 64, having to get the pen, tighten the tape up when it wasn't loading. Nightmare. Bill was into his racing games and
Microsoft
pinball.
trash talking Windows 10. LTSC. What is LTSC? LTSC, which was once called LTSB, is a specialized edition of Windows 10 Enterprise, the promise of the longest interval between OS features upgrades. There you go.
No, right. No, I'm just. I must admit, I prefer Linux. Always have.
I remember Linux years and years ago. I hadn't used it in donks.
Different beast altogether now, mate. Gone is the geek tag, and you can virtually do now on Linux whatever you can do on Windows. It's awesome. It's. I would say it's probably up there, if not better, for the likes of GIMP, etc. You know, manipulating images and things.
You see, this computer I've got at the moment, I got it specifically built so I would have Windows 7, because I hate Windows 10.
ZX81, that was my first computer.
My first ever computer was the ZX80, and that was the white one that you had to build before you could actually use it.
Bosh Devil.
Yes, I was very lucky.
No,
and the computer after that was a BBC Model B Plus, whereas the schools was using just the standard B. I had the B Plus.
I had the Acorn Electron.
Oh, you imagine how much that's worth now.
ZX81, I had the expansion pack as well. You know, the 16K expansion.
Ooh. Oh, the ZX80, 81, especially the 81, you used to get the magazine and you used to spend hours
typing in the programs.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, boy, the hours I've spent copying blooming programs, and then you find out that one bit you've just missed, or you've not done it right, or you've not typed it in right. Oh.
Colon instead of a semicolon was my failing.
Oh, God, yeah. The hours. I remember on the BBC, it took me, I think it was about a month, to get this little spaceship to move across the screen, go up, then move further across, then come back down and go Took me ages to type that in just to do that.
Yeah.
But saying that, one of the first ever computers I ever actually played with, we had one at school in the science section, and the only way that you could program it was actually by cards. There were punch cards.
Yeah.
Imagine a clocking in and clocking out card. Best way of explaining it. It was roughly about that kind of long, back wide, and you had individual holes, and you had to pop out the individual holes to actually program it.
Pretty much like hard work, that, mate.
Oh gosh.
I still remember the terror that was induced when I was at uni, and we had to do a graphical emulation of Factory Robot, and it was a nightmare. Absolutely nightmare. And now I'd look at it and think, yeah, just do this, do that, do all the rest. But
I mean, it's
when
like
you're off your head.
It's like when I was telling you about, I've been getting into this geek, old tech and that lot, retro tech. I didn't realise how many different versions of the actual original cassette there was. See, I always thought you went from reel to cassette.
Yeah.
No. In between the standard cassette that we've got now and the reel-to-reel, there was about 5 different versions of it. In different sizes, yeah. Oh, it's quite interesting.
what, 8-track and all the rest of it.
And the learning about DVDs from going from laser discs, going from CD video to laser discs and the different formats that came out and disappeared and that. Like, oh yeah, it's amazing. This guide that I've been watching, really interesting.
I'll be chuffed to hear that, because I know Laserdisc rot's a problem, because if you've got the old Laserdisc player, even though you've got pristine discs, over time they just degrade.
Yeah, the rot. If he was showing them on the actual disc, because they were gold discs, and on the outside of them, and it was mainly on the outside of them, they call it disc rot, and it's basically where it's actually peeling away from itself. And there used to be 12-inch, 8-inch, and 7-inch versions as well.
See, Awesome's taking me back now. The Amstrad Hi-Fi unit from Woolies with the slide-out turntable.
Oh, those are the days.
I still remember getting my first stereo that had the auto reverse on tape deck. Oh, that were a big thing.
The first VHS, well, it wasn't VHS, it was Betamax my dad got. It was the, something 2000. Pioneer.
Philips?
Might be Philips 2000. And that would, it's just that Bill says Philips Laser 2000. This were 2000. Betamax was actually better than VHS, believe it or not, in quality. But you're right.
Yeah. Realised how much stuff that... There was a Philips VR 2000, Video 2000. Consumer video cassette system.
I don't know why, but your audio keeps on fading in, fading out.
I've got no clue, mate. I don't know why. So it's driving me nuts, because all my software's saying I'm actually redlining. I should be breaking up.
No. Your audio's actually fine. You just keep on just disappearing and then coming back.
I've got a nasty feeling the snowball's dying on me.
Oh, we'll have to get another one.
No. Well, I've got some lapel mics downstairs. I can use those first.
Oh, lapel mics. Very posh.
I say. 2-inch tape, 1 1/4 and going down. Yeah.
And believe it or not, when you start going on to tape, your reel to reels, you would be well surprised how many different versions of them are. It's mind blowing, honestly. It's so like, even though it's retro gear that we're talking about, it's fascinating how the evolution of audio equipment is. And even down to, he was showing telephones as well, retro telephones, ones with telephone with a screen in it. And then you had DAT tapes as well, which was a normal cassette. But you put it in, when you put it in your cassette player, it actually read what the track was, and it read it so like it was a 12-digit underneath of the next track and all that lot, and that was digital, and that lot they never kicked off either, and all sorts. Honestly,
what mini disc? Do you remember that?
Yeah, the mini disc was really good. They was mega handy, especially for recording.
Well, they were virtually just a floppy for your stereo, weren't they?
Oh, no, your little ones. No, they were lasers.
Were they? Say.
I say. Oh, honestly, I could really geek out on that lot. It's been gone to the guy that I've been watching, the Techmo. Absolutely fascinating. Really fascinating. You'll be surprised how much different gear comes over the years, from going back to the late 50s to the present day, how much gear's actually come out of China.
No, I can believe it. I mean, unbelievable. Whether they do it because they can knock it off and they don't give them monkeys or not, I don't know, but...
Yeah, I'll agree with you, Bill, on that one. Mini disc is still one of the most versatile systems.
Can you still buy it?
What, mini discs?
Hmm.
I don't know. I will generally honest. I don't know. You probably could from China or somewhere like that. From Alibaba.
Alibaba.
Yeah. That's it, Alibaba.
Let's have a shufty. Return of the mini disc. Oh, Amazon mini disc players and recorders. Oh my god.
They were brilliant.
£239. The Sharp MDT MT88H portable mini disc player.
Cool, that works.
Oh, Bennett. Technic's still got the Technics mini disc.
It was like what Bill says. He knows engineers that still use mini disc to record. Yeah.
Oh, here you go. £24 for a Sony mini disc. Actual discs, 74 minutes, but times 5. I didn't think you could still get it. Oh, here you go. The MZR 500 personal mini disc recorder, $69.99.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. I thought even cassettes were out of date now. I didn't think you could get older cassettes, but no, you can. They are flourishing very, very well.
Oh, hello. A big old mini disc unit from Sony, 140 quid. My goodness. CD recorders. I've still got one of them. Duplicator.
Duplicator. Oh, blooming heck. I remember a friend, he had a duplicator. I think he had 15 discs.
Oh, blimey.
Oh yeah, he was a serious. I mean, back in the day, he used to go to the market and all that lot. You know, you do your MP3 with the latest, the last lot of newest releases, and he'd be on car boot on.
Quickly, Mom, it's a filth.
Yeah, quickly, Mom.
Oh, that was still one of my favourite ever spitting image scenes. The Queen Mother flogging gear out the suitcase in front of the palace.
My favourite is, so like, they was all sat there at the 10 Downing Street, and Margaret Thatcher were at the front, and the waiter goes up to Margaret Thatcher and she's asking what she wants for a meal, and she says, would you like vegetables? And she goes, oh, they'll have what I want. Got that bit wrong, but you know where I'm coming from.
Vegetables, Mom, they'll have what I'm having.
That's it.
Oh, I mean, when you think back on it, when we were teenagers, it wasn't the brand that was important, it was the size of your blaster.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, but saying that, no. I've got to admit, it was more my brand. It had to be a Bang & Olufsen.
Really?
Yeah. My original hi-fi system back in the day was probably nearly about 4 foot in height with all separates. I had everything. I had a turntable, I had a reel-to-reel connected up to it, I had everything. The graphic equalizer about this big, and oh yeah.
See, my complete music setup, the Sony Twin Deck, and that was it. I think, did I get a CD player? I didn't get a CD player until 94? Yeah, so everything came off this sort of Sony boombox, yeah.
Oh, no. I was heavily... When I started earning money at 16, that were it. It was music, and that's what I bought. It was so I saved up and bought the system, and...
Mine all went on beer and birds.
I was a bit of a geek back then.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
No, I was too busy partying.
See, I was in bedroom there, Pink Floyd on, gorgeous speakers.
I had the Floyd on, but I don't remember much of it.
My favourite setup, I originally had an amp that could do quadraphonic.
Gordon Bennett.
Oh yeah.
Tiberius, I've been having exactly the same thoughts, mate. I am seriously considering going back to vinyl and getting a turntable.
It's just there.
I know.
It's just there. Just there. That's me little amp. But yeah, I know I'm not banging Olufsen now. That is for sure. I don't even know what I've got. No, I can't even see it from here. I think it's Technics. Yeah, it is Technics I've got.
I was always a big favourite of the old Akai.
Old Akai, bumming out.
Oh, the Akai separates for many a year was my sort of unicorn stack. Yeah.
I mean, no, Akai. Did you get it from catalogue?
Quite possibly. Yes.
Paid £1.25 a week for it.
Never.
Hey, Mum, can I have a look in catalogue?
And after I've perused the ladies' underwear section.
Yeah, that took ages, that. And towards the end, you always ended up with big briefs right at top. Yeah, that was always towards the end of it.
When you got to Granny Slappers, it was time to
Yeah.
turn. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, Panasonic and Technics, yeah.
Ben says, my mate's schoolmate's family, Trace Elliott, originally a boat builder. They started making up market bass guitar amps. He made some marine ply Wharfdale speaker cases for him.
Nice one.
Wharfdale's, Gordon Bennett.
Yeah, Wharfdale's good. In fact, the car stereo that I've got in my pickup is a Wharfdale.
Well, apparently Panasonic equals Technics.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
I never realised that.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how many are all joint.
We're getting old, mate.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially when you start talking about German electronics as well, that was bought out by Japanese and China and that lot. You'd be well surprised. Kenwood. Yeah, Jam was a Kenwood. She had a Kenwood system, massive bloody big thing. They were good Kenwoods in the day.
They were solid though. Oh, there you go. In the UK, Technics was high end. I bought the crossover level, so Technics technology and Panasonic money. All too right. Well, I think we've reached the end, haven't we?
We nearly have, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
so what you got coming up next week?
Well, like I said, I've got coming up is what we're calling it, the Magi.
Magus.
Magus. I was calling it Magus for a week. Got that coming up. Sound like I really know all about it, don't I? Got that one coming up, and I've also got the Groot. Yes, it is called the Groot.
I am Groot.
The thing is, though, I was mega tempted. I've got a Groot little wooden figure, and I was tempted to do a thumbnail with this on it. But I thought, no, best not, no.
Copyright.
Don't do copyright. Booming neck fire. No, especially now what we being monetized and all that lot, they're probably looking at me a bit more. So I have to be extra careful now.
Yes, behave.
So I've got them coming up. Obviously, the Ohm service on Thursday at 7 p.m. with Steve, and obviously our wonderful friend from across the pond, old Chrissy baby. And that's about it, yeah.
And his one-legged frog.
And one-legged frog. My frog has only got one leg.
Dear Lord, I was feeling that. I'm scared now. Oh, man. Gordon Bennett. Well, yes, I mean, there's the home service one, can't forget that. That's the one where we actually talk about vaping stuff.
Yeah, well, we actually properly talk about proper vaping stuff. And obviously, then it's back to the Tales of the Ohm on Sunday again with our special guest, Paul from Labworks.
Yeah, it was just confirmed. So
Oh, he's already confirmed
absolutely.
again.
He's confirmed it. So you can join myself, Mark, and Paul. And hopefully we can get a slightly more in-depth picture about what's going off in Australia at the minute.
And his
well as-
notoriety of him doing all his interviews.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's turning into a little Ned Kelly, isn't he?
And Cheech wants to know where's the free shit.
Where's... Who put that?
Cheech.
Where's that?
First time he's put out in chat, and that's the first thing he comes up with. Where's the free shit?
Not yet, young man.
Not yet. I haven't hit the 3K yet. As soon as I hit 3K, then there'll be some free shit. If you haven't, please go over and give the old video a thumbs up. It does mean a lot. Please go over. It helps with the analytics, and YouTube thinks that I'm doing something right. So please go over and give it a good old thumbs up.
You know what? I've just realised why I didn't spot Cheech's comment.
Why is that?
I've done the whole show on bloody Top Chat.
Professional to the hilt.
Well, at least I'm prepared to admit my mistakes. It's no wonder chat wasn't making much bloody sense.
I still do not understand why they've got it on default. It should be default live chat.
It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Oh, and we snuck in a crafty Rocky Horror Show quote there from Bill. Excellent. I look forward in anticipation.
Oh dear. So what have you got coming up next week?
Not a lot, mate. Some tweaking to the website, hopefully.
Yeah, new banner.
Yeah, new banner.
I think you might have to come to our house.
Yes, boss.
Looks that way. It looks like you're gonna have to pop it down.
Well, let me get the kids sorted and then I'll pop round. Obviously, we've got Tales from the Ohm next Sunday with Paul. We've got the home service on Thursday with you and Chris. I will be looking at what else Amazon and Netflix have to offer and seeing if we can spot anything good. Hopefully
definitely.
be able to catch the first pennyworth and relate what we thought.
Yes, that would be interesting, won't it?
And what else? It's a weird one because I've got loads of work to do, but I've got a week off next week, so I'm sort of... Part of me's thinking I've got to get some work done, and the other part's going, "You're on holiday."
And Labworks is bringing friends.
Yeah, I think he mentioned who his friend was earlier. Yeah. Cheech, you are a cheeky young chap.
He's a very cheeky young chap.
What happened to Vic?
Vic should be back. If I remember rightly, he said that he should be back. I'll assume he'll be doing his What's Up tonight. I know he's been off, obviously, with his eye.
Yeah, sounds like the recovery's not quite going quite as well as the last time. The last I saw, he said his eyeballs felt like they're being sandpapered. So...
the last time I spoke to Vic, he said that he was planning on coming back on the 1st of September, which is today. So I assumed that he would be bringing something out. Hopefully he'll be all right, the old lad.
Well, it's more important that it gets better than bringing stuff out. So, I just hope he's okay, bless him.
Yeah.
And definitely in full fettle for Expo in October.
I think that's why he had the operation done now, so he was fit and well for Expo.
I really hope he's doing all right, bless him.
Yeah. Well, if you're watching Vic or you're listening to the replay, yeah. Big love, kiddo.
In a manly way.
In a manly way, obviously, yeah.
Obviously,
Do that, yeah. Manly way, yeah.
A steak bake rather than the sausage and bean slice.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Not having any custard here.
Stop it. So yeah, hopefully I've got a bit of downtime coming as well as getting these damn reports done. So we'll see how it goes.
Awesome.
Right. Well, thank you to everybody that's joined us this afternoon, even Cheech. It's been a giggle. I don't know where the time goes. I really don't.
No, it's just zoom by, isn't it?
Well, we zigzag all over the place, and then all of a sudden it's like, it's 4 o'clock. I know I always say it, we really do have some of the friendliest chats.
We certainly do.
YouTube, on the Ohm Show or Tales from the Ohm. What a fantastic bunch of blokes you are. And ladies.
Yes, and ladies.
And Miss Julie this week.
Yeah, Julie's not been here. Very quiet.
Yeah, Rachel's not playing either.
Yeah, no, it's not right. It's not right. It's not the same with Alan.
I think the Baron's probably Banter.
Bless. And Julie be polishing her bed.
Well, yeah, or sorting out spare batteries, whatever.
Right then, guys, want to give chat a big shout. Thank you so much. You do. We do say it regularly that you make the show, but you generally do. It's awesome talking to you guys as well because I love the interaction. Don't forget, on the Ohm service on Thursday, we're doing the last half an hour. We're doing a question time. If you pop over to the Facebook group, there is actually a post there that you can put in your question there. So go for it. Ask a question.
And we've had some absolute corkers.
We certainly have.
We've had some brilliant ones. And Rev, if you do listen to the replay, I promise you won't just get jam, move on. We will give you an in-depth answer to your question.
And I also want to give a big shout out and say thank you to the people that watch this on the replay. Thank you very, very much. And the people watching, listening on the podcast as well. It's awesome having you here as well. Right.
Well, join us next week with our very special guest, Paul.
Yes.
Labworks. Where we, as Mark said, we catch up with his recent media explosion. Because that boy's getting himself about. We'll find out where you can catch him. And hopefully a few more bits.
Yeah. Before we go, Huggles, Jules.
Oh, did Jules slip in there?
No, she's been listening. Bless her. She's a bit tired. But we're sending you love and Huggles.
have a cuddle on the sofa, Dave. It'll do you both a power of good.
Definitely. Right. You going to say ta? Bye.
See you next week. Ta-ra! That's enough.